Yo, 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 yo. I didn't have my mic on. Whoops. Yo, yo. Yes, sir. I always forget to put the mic on. I always forget to put the mic on. Mochi. Yo, yo, good evening, folks. Yo, yo. Good evening. We didn't play today. Tomorrow, we will do that. I was busy today. Too busy. Today is only Monday, good God. A long week ahead, I fear. The days grow longer and longer. Hello, sir, we're good. We are chilling. Doing the usual, nothing new. Hopefully everyone's got through their Monday on reasonable time, ideally. Mondays are boring as hell, and nothing goes on Mondays. They truly suck. They are so boring. Same old, same old. Cam is broken? Which one? Is it broken? Bum, bum. No painting, just building. Not for a while. I do gotta paint stuff, but we gotta build it first. I gotta gear up for another YouTube video on this channel. That would be a good start. Get the YouTube video going. That would be a good start. Those guys are like a few cities over. I'm in Toronto. I think they're in Welland. So they're like an hour and a half from me, maybe 2 hours. No, this is fantasy. These are just fantasy engineers. Technically, you could probably use it in AOS, but yeah. Maybe. I don't see a reason not to. They do a bit of everything, technically, so I could probably do anything. I've never been, but I know, Dave has been on this channel. That I do know. Dave has been here. If you know Dave from Mini Wargaming. He was here a while ago. Everyone kind of just, like, checks in periodically. Yeah, he showed up on this channel, I think, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. It's been a while, but it was cool. There's a lot of Warhammer in Welland. I think the two people that I know of They've got Mini Wargaming, and they have Black Sigil, which is a guy who runs a fantasy channel in Welland, which technically could be my thing, but yeah. Major Tom, hello, sir. There's too many Skaven fans around these parts. Too many Skaven fans. Too many. Pretty sure I've got a few Skaven people in my Discord. They're in every community. Well, you can still play Skaven. You could do whatever in Total War. And I'm sure a lot of people love Skaven because of that game. And then they're in Age of Sigmar, and, you know, you can play them pretty much forever. Yeah, Total War did really good for this hobby. Total War was the best thing that happened to Warhammer, at least Warhammer Fantasy. Straight up, like, saved a franchise. Yeah, I think the Skaven came in for 2. I think they showed up for 2, if I remember correctly.
Been thinking which races I think are cool if I ever buy minis, and decided lizardmen, dwarfs, empire, undead, scavens, orcs and chaos are cool for me, so I'm fucked.
So it's all of them. I mean, you do gotta pick one. Well, you don't have to, but I mean, logically you should probably pick one. Yeah, it's really up to you. One is good. No, the Goblobber was kind of like a little fun thing they did. It was a throwback to like a very, very old mini, if I'm not mistaken. Like a super old Citadel mini. These days it doesn't really exist. But, I think for the dwarves, I mean, there's not really many. Talking about like regiments of renown. I wouldn't say less silly. Well, probably. I think most things are a little bit more tame these days. They're a little bit less like zany, more just kind of on the nose, like what it's supposed to be. Thoughts on the Votan for 40k? They're freaks. They're mutants. They're abominations. I have some of them. I don't think I'd ever call them dwarves, but they're like the dwarf archetype in like 40k. That, or you've got like the Necromunda squats, which are pretty up there as well for like, you know, taking the spot of your typical futuristic dwarf stuff, but they're cool. They're good in their own way. They're different. It took me a very long time to kind of appreciate them. I'd say more so than anything. But they're certainly cool. Yeah, it's just fine. Painting is not so bad. Technically, you have to paint every beard in the army anyways, so it's just kind of the way it is.
Also, I'm at the gym, so I'm gonna use your stream as motivation.
Okay. Well, I hope you do find your pump, sir. Metal is harder to clean than plastic, but it's the same thing to paint. The only hard thing about metal is making sure it doesn't chip, and that's not necessarily a problem if you just kind of, like, seal it. It's literally the same thing as painting plastic. The only reason it has some sort of, like, stigma surrounding it is just because it chips, but again, you can kind of just, like, seal it repeatedly. It really is just kind of the same thing when it comes to painting. Yeah, so I wouldn't really be worried. Cleanup is the biggest difference. The cleanup of metal minis is diabolical. At least it can be. It usually is. Total Noob and GW Store is also sold me a metal mini. Yeah, it's not so bad. Metal minis aren't... They're not terrible, they're just a little bit more work than plastic, I'd say, to kind of, like, prepare. But it's the same thing. You're just kind of painting and sealing. It really isn't anything, to be honest. I don't know why everyone hates metal minis, but the more you work on them, the more you realize it's not so bad, to be honest. If anything, metal minis are great. People need more of them. More metal minis. Less fine cast. Well, they're a little bit different, for sure. I think when it comes to, like, metal kits, that could be a little bit more daunting just because building things in metal instead of just gluing something down to a base is a little bit more tedious, but yeah, it's still pretty much the same thing as plastic. You're just kind of a little more abrasive with the cleanup. Like, you're more abrasive with cleanup, and then you have to kind of pin things if you really need to kind of keep things in check. Like, sometimes you'll have arms that have to be glued on, and then they can potentially fall off, or, you know, whatever it may be. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's most people. Metal is just... It's a little bit different, but it's virtually the same thing once you start kind of getting into it. I would say fine cast is probably the worst. Fine cast is certainly the worst material to work with. That's more of like rebuilding a miniature than anything.
Also wanted to ask what's the difference of Old World and Age of Sigmar? Just different rules for the tabletop.
Well, it's a different universe. It was like the once fantasy kind of reborn. Think of Star Wars. The sequel trilogy is Age of Sigmar, and The original trilogy, we'll say, is like Old World. Like same, but different. A gray army. Well, it's good to practice. You should practice on shitty minis you don't really care about. That's a good thing. I don't advise painting what you've built. If you're too scared, you're better off kind of practicing. Today is May the 4th. It is Star Wars Day. That is true. Yeah, I think when you're younger doing this hobby, metal minis are kind of like... Because they require so much more work. It's similar work to plastic, but it's a little bit more abrasive. Like, you have to kind of put some elbow grease into it. You know, when I was building metal minis as a kid, I just clipped them out, cleaned up a little bit, and just glued them into the base, and that was it. There wasn't really much thought. These days, way different, but... Yo, yo. I gotta put this down. It's never gonna get done. I gotta move on. Come back to it later. These two, I'm gonna call it done for now. Let me just mute this. I can't hear my own thoughts. I can buy one of the two, but to make an army, it has to be from the same one. It's gotta be... Well, Warhammer Fantasy is a different game than Age of Sigmar. Age of Sigmar is like what everything became from fantasy. When the world was kind of like swallowed up by chaos and everything ended, a new realm was kind of formed, and, you know, the races that did survive, the gods that did live, kind of like built anew. That's what AOS is. It's not the same, but it is technically the sequel. So if you like dwarves, they're still there, but they're not like the same typical dwarves that you'd know. They're a little bit more crazy. A little bit more armored. Or sometimes unarmored. I got Caradron Overlord Spearhead. I picked that up recently, too. I got one of those, too. I'm kind of waiting for, like, the AOS refresh, though. But, yeah. Painting in general is hard. I don't think I really painted anything. My mom painted some Chaos Space Marine Terminators. Yeah, painting is... All of this stuff is just acquired skill. You just kind of work at it. You find videos, you read stuff, you watch things. It's all compounded skills, right? Like, you're never going to get everything all at once. It's just kind of like months, days, weeks, years of information that kind of just build up to, like, what you know with the hobby. That goes for anything. Yeah, it's good to reference. It's good to, you know, take in inspiration. It's good to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. It's all art. It's all for fun. Realm Slayer. Are you listening to the audio drama, or are you actually, like, reading the book? Well, AOS... I think it was supposed to be fragments, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really checked into AOS lore in a very long time. But let's just say it's the fragments. It's the essence of, like, the old world. The winds of magic kind of coalescing into, like, new realms. The book? You should read... Okay, you should... I'm not even kidding when I say this. Stop reading the book and listen to the audio drama. The audio drama is... It's got Brian Blessed. Like, Brian Blessed is Gotrek. The fact that they went back, not even went back, that's the first thing that they did for Age of Sigmar when it came out with Gotrek, is they made the audio drama. I genuinely don't think there's a point in reading the book if you can have the audio drama. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, the book came out after the drama. When they first came out with AOS and Gotrek showed up, it was like, Brian Blessed. The audio drama with a bunch of other people as well. They're all really good. But it's super fun. It's super, super fun. And then I think they did another one with him, Blood of the Old World. It was like the sequel. I think that's what it was called. I have them behind me. But I'll say this, if you have a chance, listen to the audio drama, forget reading the book. That is like one instance where I will say the audio is better than reading, just because it's so well done. Yeah, it's super, super good. That was fun. Like, you can't really go wrong with Brian Blessed. He gives it his all. He's great, man. That guy's like 100 years old. Yeah, you should. Or, you know what, finish the book and maybe go back and listen to the audio drama, but that's just my opinion. It's really good. It's super fun. Yeah, they've got competitions. Display pieces, dioramas, duels. Yeah. There's a lot of those around the world. I think GW puts on the official one every year, like Golden Demon. I play. The only thing I've played recently was Tabletop Sim, and that was an old world game. I used to play a lot in person. Technically, I'd be playing every weekend. Me and my buddy played a bunch. I played at the stores when the GWs were still kind of open and not shit on by expensive rent. Ye good old days. The goal is to get back to playing. Physically, not in Tabletop Sim. Tabletop Sim is super easy. Alright. Well, I did make videos. Well, we've put out one video, but it was more of like rambling. It showed a few things. It was like an unboxing. I am going to be making more videos because I'm in the process of doing a diorama for a store display. But, yeah, the Warhammer content's more of like side content. It's not my main thing, so it's a little bit sparse, but yeah, ideally we get more videos coming out. You know, they don't have to be anything long, no slogs, but something short, something sweet, something easy. Yeah. But we do have at least one video. And it was very off the cuff, like no scripting. It was just me turning on the camera and rambling. Yeah, so lots to do. Lots to do. I mean, I don't really... Pirates and Fantasy are cool. Like, you've got Sartosans, you've got, like, the whole Dreadfleet thing, Noctilus, you've got Long Drong. There's a lot of, like, cool pirate things, but it's not, like, my biggest love in Warhammer. It's all cool, though, but, you know. 40k, you've got, like, the freebooters and all that stuff. Well, they exist, but I'm not, like, in love with pirate dwarves. I like them for different reasons. Jack Black. Maybe. I think people have said that before. Time ago. Like you're Johnny Depp if he lost the trial. That's a good one. We'll see, though. I mean, there's a lot of video ideas, but it's really about just finding, like, the motivation to do it and then the time to do it. Because we have so many other things to do right now for other channels. But I am still going to keep up with it. I still do want to make Warhammer content. It's just, it's not my primary source of income, so I can't make it my most important thing throughout the day. It's more of like a fun hobby project. And God forbid it becomes work. It's more of a personal thing. I think he is. I think he is. We haven't heard much on that, but he is doing something with Amazon. He is doing something. We hope it's good. I think that's the final bit of content that you need to probably get Warhammer into, like, the mainstream, is to have a very, very successful Amazon show run by Cavill. Like, that would certainly propel this franchise, or I should say this company, this hobby, into the mainstream. Like, it's already in the mainstream. It's just not, like, there yet. It's not like Star Wars. But it could be there. Paul, hello, sir. I'm very surprised a lot of people haven't heard of Warhammer. It's kind of, at least in my eyes, everywhere at this point, but, you know. Back in the day, I understand. These days, I mean, fuck, there's so much stuff out there. There are so many things out there. Astartes 2. Oh, that could be some... Well, I don't think Astartes is nearly as big as, like, an actual licensed show, especially by someone like Henry Cavill. Especially with Amazon money, you know what I mean? Like, it's great, and a lot of people know of that, but it's not of that level. I'm not saying it's not good, I'm just saying it's not, like, broadly kind of out there. If that makes sense. Astartes is sick. Like, it's very well done. It's very, very well done. Yeah, exactly. I was never really into Fallout. I did see the show, though. I wouldn't say it intrigued me more. Like, I knew of Fallout prior, but, you know, the show was cool. But yeah, Warhammer is, it's just everywhere. It's everywhere, but it could be in even more places. I did not see Season 2. I did not see Season 2. Fuck, it is so hot in here. It is way too hot. It is too hot, for God's sake. It's all these fucking computers that are just sitting on, roasting me alive. Yeah, the cleanup of these minis is diabolical. Like, what the fuck is that, man? Oh, my lord. Oh, my god. 35 hours of work? That's okay, though. It's just a gelatinous, molten mess of pewter, of tin, copper. I did see the trailer. It looked okay. It looked fine. It's a very interesting take. Seems a little bit more personal than some sort of, like, grand scheme. Thought it looked good. I will be watching it, that's for sure. I'll say that much. I will be watching. We will be watching. Holy fuck, I need to up this desk. Let me see if I can actually, work on something a bit taller so I don't crunch my chest. I'm, like, running out of breath. My whole fucking chest is just getting mushed. Maybe that works. I'm not sure. But I think I do need a new desk. Like, this is... I'm hunched over so much, my whole chest is just, like, out of air. It's, like, crunched in on itself. It looked a little bit like RE7. Yeah, for sure. It looked good, though. It's different enough, I should say. It is different enough. And people need different. You know, how many Resident Evil movies have we seen with the same, like, crazy shit going on? Those are great, like, fun, blockbustery movies, but this new one is supposed to be a little bit more condensed, a little bit more personal, a little bit more, horror-centric. Less of an action blockbuster movie. Wait, do they call it a blockbuster? Because it would, like, if it was so good, it would fuck over the block, like there'd be so many people it'd stretch around it. Is that why? A blockbuster? You're shitting me. That's kind of what it sounds like. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, so I can't say much. That I haven't seen, I have no comment, unfortunately. No comment, sir. The older ones, though, I did see. And I was scared of a few of them. I don't know why. I was scared of, like, the first one. Kind of fucking creepy. Still watched it, but, yeah. No clue why. What I should do is use a cup. Is that better? Let's see. Youch! The shitty wax cup. Oh, you know, in hindsight, those movies are just straight up not scary. They're just a bit funky looking. In hindsight, a lot of things aren't nearly as scary as you thought they were. As a kid, I mean, yeah. These days, no. God, this cup, look at this cup. Look at this thing. This thing's gonna burst. Oh! It just bursted. Fuck! That's not good. This cup is falling apart. What the fuck? This is full of water. Okay, well that's, spoke too soon. Okay, fuck off. There's so much water everywhere. Whoops! Well, there goes the keyboard. Please, God, don't tell me it hit the mic. It's the last thing I need fucked up. The mic is... Oh, it's good. Oh, Christ almighty. Yeah. Problems. If anything, it's cleaning my desk. What should I use? Baby wipes? Got some goddamn baby wipes. Let's use this. Shit. Whoops. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of water. Oh. Dripping on me.
Shut up, you dickhead, now fuck off!
Hang on, buddy. Oh, there's fucking water all over me. Oh my god. What a shit show. I called it too. Like, it'd be fucked up if this thing kind of like broke, and it instantly breaks. Okay. Yeah, these cups are shit, so I need to clean things up. These cups fucking suck. Soap! Ew! Soap! You know what? My hobby desk needed a clean anyways. It's fine. This is all fucking trash. God damn it. At least it's just water laced with, like, tons of metal particles. That's gotta be great. You cocksucker. Is that it? It's just on my chair? Sure. Look at this. Fuck's sake. Whoops. I guess that's one way to clean your setup. Let's get these clippers out of here. Rust. One of the cups snapped. It didn't snap, but it just rotted. Like, the water just kind of ate away at the seams of the cup, and then it just, like, blew out. Exploded. Imploded. One of them. It's fine. It's fine, it's just annoying. And it's just water, so it's no biggie. If it was juice, I'd kill myself. Oh, it just deteriorated. Like, look. I had water sitting in there for like a day or two, and it just like ate away at the cup. That's it. And then the seam kind of like broke. Basically that seam. Is it this seam? Yeah. Whatever. It's fine. Fine, but annoying. Ugh. Yeah, cardboard cup. There you go. Put some baby wipes. Babies! You! Alright. Stinky babies. Well, so much for using the cup. Every time I spill my glass, I say, at least it's just water. Yeah. Well, I try to keep only water around here for those reasons, I should say, but yeah. So annoying. It's okay. Water's good for you. The more the merrier. I feel like I need to drink more water throughout the day. Oh my god. I find myself, yeah, needing it a lot more than I usually have. Turtle, hello, sir. Oh, man, my neck. I am getting tired. I need to figure out how to sit at this desk, because every time I bend over and, like, work on something, I lose all the fucking air in my lungs, and I'm, like, huffing and dying. I'm crushing my own breathing. Not to mention bending over a desk to work on Warhammer is probably, like, the worst thing for your spine. Lurching over is too much. Good God. I dare use some more water. Sure. It's triple coated, the cup. So we've got some more water. Thank God. Triple coated water cup. Fucking scared the fuck out of me.
Well, gym is over. Thanks, Captain, for being at my side.
Yeah, you're good, man. I hope you got the pump. What Arnold would say. You get the pump. In the recent, or hopefully I should say in the future, I might be also at the gym, but I don't know yet. It would be good to get out and exercise a little bit, more than just walking, but who knows. So I think I had a resub. The real Alex, thank you, bro, for the 2 months. Sorry I missed you. I think that's when the water fucked me over. Thank you, sir. I thought it was Alex, the real Alzeeks. Alzeeks! Kazeeks! Azeeks, my brother. Azeeks. This fucking cloak is so cooked. The real Zeeks. 6. Demon bug. Well, that implies I travel to your country, or any country for that matter. Most GWs look the same. They're all designed to get people into the hobby, so a lot of the products they have and the things going on are pretty much the same, but yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be something. You could look at pictures. Pictures of a Warhammer store? I mean, if you go in and take photos, sure, I'll look at them. That reminds me of the room reviews we did. I remember someone had sent their room review in, but there was like hentai on the wall. They were like, this is where me and my wife sit at our PCs, and there's like some giant titty anime girl with like no bra on. I'm like, all right, that's lovely. I can't show it on stream, but you know, that's cool. I don't think they have that at the Warhammer store. We might be safe in that regard. You know what's easier than cleaning up minis? Literally just puttying over all the problems. This cape is so thoroughly fucked. You could just be like, yeah, let me lay down a thin layer of putty and just smooth everything out and just not even work on it. Maybe both. Maybe in tandem with one another. Maybe that's going to be on the docket for future things to do. Certainly saves the headache. Well, you're good, bro. I mean, that's if we get back to that stuff, though. If we get back to that. Which would be cool. That would be cool. That would be lovely. So lovely. May the 4th be with you. Yes, sir. Sir, indeed. You know, you'd think the fucking Grogu movie would be out today, but it's not. What a miss. That I do want to see, though. I have seen a lot of people complaining about Star Wars being shit, but that Grogu movie looks good. There's a lot of, like, throwbacks and Nal Hutta, just a bunch of, like, cool-ass looking things. I don't know, it looks great. Looks cool. Mall show ended good. Yeah, there was supposed to be a... I never watched that, actually. Disney Plus is just, like, Satan. After they hid how to uninstall, or not uninstall, but unsubscribe, I was like, eh. I'll let it cook for a bit before I get back into that. The Grogu movie looks good, though. I hope they learn from their mistakes with, like, Mando Season 3, where you don't go full Disney. Because Mando Season 3 was shit. 1 and 2 was great, 3 was just too Disney. Cool ideas here and there, but, like, a lot of just really brain-dead things. You should. I used to know a guy. He reminded me of the Great Khali. He was huge. And he would drink a water bottle by putting his hand at the back of it and squishing it into his mouth. He would, like, press the water forward and squeeze at the same time, and he would drink the entire bottle. Mind you, this guy was, like, 6 foot something. Yeah, he was cool, man. He was a great guy. Like, God damn, you drink like that? Holy moly. When is that Street Fighter movie coming out? The MK one is what? May 8th? Grogu is, I think, the 22nd. September? Gotcha. Yeah, I should have more WoW music in my playlist, but I just don't. That and StarCraft. I always forget those games. I don't know why. They're great. There should be more of that music in this playlist. That would be... I don't know when I would do that. I don't know if I could even do that. My Blizzard account, I have to, like, recover. Not anytime soon. We have just other things to do. But it is a great franchise. Do love me some old StarCraft. This is the ambience I like on this stream. Very calming. We should have rain. Rain noise. That's what it should be. Bunch of rain. That'd be lovely. Well, MMO music usually is good. It's usually very in theme. I feel like MMOs don't usually miss with their music department. The feel of a world, I don't think is usually in question. Maybe I'm wrong for some MMOs, but some departments just lock the fuck in. I mean, it'll be a different department. It won't be the same. It'll be different people, probably. Maybe I'm wrong, but Riot usually knows their shit when it comes to immersion. I can't hear any goddamn music. Holy moly, turn this up. Sure. I don't think it'll be this year. I don't believe that. Probably next year. There might be something this year, but nothing substantial. One sec. Uh, 2028 release date. It'd be very cool to see more of it. I am waiting too, but I don't really hold on. I don't hold my breath for games these days. It's like when it's ready, you know, type of deal. It'd be nice to be soon. That'd be lovely. I think that's the biggest thing that Riot could be releasing. It's cooking. Let it cook. I like how you type Windrose in on Spotify and you can come up with two results. One of them is Windrose, and then it's Windrose the game. Oh, because that's a playlist. Right, okay. Never mind. Windrose Crew. That's what it is. Windrose Crew. Maybe. No one knows yet, but maybe. It'll certainly be arcane in nature, which is Zon and Piltover minimum. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe they don't want that. A lot of that stuff is under lock and key. We know nothing. They know, we don't. It's like the government poisoning our damn water system, poisoning our wells, and giving us turbo cancer. Oh, Christ. That would be big news. I feel like he kind of knows more, though. He's probably signed an NDA. I'm not sure. Maybe he knows a bit more than we do. He's in on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they invite people who are, like, really, really into it, so, I mean, he's probably seen a bunch, which is cool. That is a cool place. I would love to see that fucking life-size Gangplank bust that they've got going on. The thing is ghoulish. Ghoulish. Super ghoulish. I think I'll do one more song, and then I gotta go see Ivana. It's getting a little bit late. I'll do 2 more songs. Not today. It won't be done today. There's a lot to do. This guy's got a lot of problems. Tons of problems. Metal minis are awesome, but again, they're just tedious. I'm sure there's, like, unironically worse. I don't know what would be worse out there. I've only really built metal dwarves. Well, technically it's dwarves, empire, orcs and goblins, Gondor stuff, Moria stuff back in the day. I mean, what was the worst of all of that? I can't remember. Orcs and 40k. Guard. I've built... Okay, technically I've built a lot of shit, but... Yeah, sometimes kits are just, like, egregiously bad. The casting is just off. Sometimes they cast well, sometimes they don't. Doesn't matter what the metal mini is, you're always going to clean it up. Always. It's a very imperfect casting process, so there's always things to do. Face is itchy. Ay, ay, ay. Leia, hello, buddy. I am going to be leaving soon. It's just getting a bit late for me. Unc needs to sleep. It is almost past my bedtime. Super bedtime, super bed. Yes, sleep is lovely. I need more sleep. I don't think I've been sleeping well as of late. I feel like I've kind of been up, like, really early. Technically, this morning I was up at, like, 5 and then sitting in the bathroom for, like, at least an hour and a half. That was so bad. That wasn't fun. That was miserable. Feed the woman and the beast. That is true. 3 a.m. Jesus, on a weekday, it's time to sleep. The days of me going to bed late are over. It is late. When you're younger, you're like, you know what? What's wrong with staying up until 3 a.m.? Now it's like, God forbid I'm up at 3 a.m. Hard to reset a schedule, though. It is bad sometimes. Sometimes it is just dreadful. Yeah, dude, sometimes you just have to stay up for shit like that. Sometimes you got to. When you're younger, it's the law. We are working on a Lord of the Rings Dwarf Standard Bearer. Metal. Metal! Steel! But I am going to call it here after this song ends, so we will try and finish this tomorrow. It is very forced alarm clock, pretty much. Yep. Yep. Forced alarm clock, cold showers, things to do. We've all been there. Yo, good evening. Can maybe do one more song. Fuck, man. It is getting hot here. I've got the shittiest little air conditioner. The last one was caked in mold, which is awesome. I was eating it. Nice and sustenance heavy. Delicious nutrients. But I don't think eating air conditioning mold is good for you after so long. Yeah. I was gonna get out of fucking windrows. I was gonna put this on. One more song. It's only 8 minutes long. And then after that, I'm done. I go to sleep. I go see the woman. I go see the dog. And I say, good night, woman, good night, dog. And then I go to sleep. I go to bed. Say good night. Mochi has been a ghoul as of late. He's lovely, but he's just ghoulish. The AC, the one I have, I think was about 300 bucks. It's kind of shit. It's pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. 300 bucks and it sucks ass. I forgot what the, I think it's BTU, something. I forgot the terminology for it, but it's not very good. It needs to be stronger. Stronger. It's a window unit. Well, I mean, the standing ones are kind of shit because you have to keep emptying them. They can be good if you have the drainage kind of in something that doesn't need to be checked. Like, that's great, but yeah, that's not really common. You always have to empty the portable ones, which sucks. They're very expensive, yeah. It's a good investment, I'd say, though. Like, if you don't have an air conditioner and you're cooking, I mean, yeah. It's a good investment. They fucking suck. They're like printers. They always fucking suck. But they're, like, mandatory. Like, something just goes wrong, and you're like, I don't need this. Why is this happening? But they're always useful. Hidden problems. That is true. There is technology. There is technology for that. When in doubt, there's always something. Look, my nose. Oh my god. It's okay. The song's almost over. Oh god, there's a minute left. The Balrog's coming. Oh god. Yeah, peace, buddy. I'm getting out of here too. The song's about to be over. So I'm getting out. All right. Durin's dead. No! Not the Rings of Power. He's dead in the Rings of Power. All right. So, I will be on tomorrow. That is it for me, folks. Take care of yourselves. Be well. I will probably open up with some of this shit tomorrow morning just to kind of wake up. And then after that, we're going to do some Dying Light, I think, in League. So, with that being said, be well. Take care of yourselves, folks. Thank you for hanging out, as always. And I will see you all when I see you. Let's get these off. Ugh. Ew. Dude, hangnails are the worst. Hangnails are absolutely diabolical, and you have to rip them out. Ouch. Oh. Tired. Ooh, mama. All right, everyone, be well.